It's okay. That's very short, but it goes over the basics. And what I'm going to do is we're going to watch the video and I'm going to stop it at each entry point so that we could practice what they're recommending. Okay. And if you need help or if you want to share your screen, you may do so. Okay. This class is for everybody here so they can feel more at ease using Google. I use Google all the time at my job. I share, I get my email through Gmail. I share files. I store files. One good thing about the Google is that it shares things in the cloud so that it doesn't take up space on your computer. It doesn't take up a lot of memory. So that's one of the advantages. All right. So Marty and Sarah, are you able to put your email address in the chat? Because I have everybody else's. Oh, Diane, you have two? So Diane, if it's okay with you, I want to use the Gmail one. All right, I got Marty's. And Sarah Hand, once you get in, can you put your email address in the chat, please? All right, so I'm gonna, Eugene Gottlieb. Okay, Eugene, welcome. Can you put your email address in the chat? And I'm going to start now. Oh, goodness. All right. First of all, I think everybody here knows who I am. I'm Joy Kaczynski, been a member of the show for a long time. And I use Google every day for work. And 2 years ago, when the COVID started, I had to use it even more and I had to teach myself many things. Over the summer, I took a workshop on how to clean and organize my Google Drive. I spent many hours doing it and I'm not even finished. And I was thinking of doing that as a course, but then someone told me I got to go back, take a few steps back and give an introduction. So this one is an introduction on how to use Google Drive, but then sometime later in the year, I'm going to give another course on how to clean and organize your Google Drive. So if you have a need that we are not meeting today, please put it in the chat and we will try to help you as much as possible. Also, Bonnie is co-hosting with me and she will be my monitor. So if you have a question for her, she will answer your questions in the chat. And I'm just about ready to start. For those that just joined and have not done so, please put your email in the chat because I'm going to try sharing something with you through the Google Drive. And I want you all to be able to receive it, but I need your email address to do that. All right, without further ado, we're going to get started. So this one is Google Drive getting started, and it's the very basics. So the first thing they're going to ask you to do is on your computer, you want to go, you can minimize the zoom and hit the plus sign that's up here. Hit the plus sign. And you want to go to Google Drive.com, drivegoogle.com, drivegoogle.com. In fact,
we'll cover the basics of this free cloud-based storage service.
In fact, I'm going to put it on my whiteboard. Hold on a second. This is what I use with my kids at school. So you're going to hit the plus sign and you're going to go to drivegoogle.com. And once you do that, you can give a thumbs up or acknowledge us That way you can, oh, thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie put it in the chat. Does anybody need more time? All right, so we're gonna go to the very first thing.
To get started, just go to google.com in your web browser.
Whoops, what happened? All right, hold on a second.
Then locate and select Sign In.
All right, if you don't have it, if you see this blue thing on the top right corner where it says sign in, you want to click on that. All right, you don't need to type in anything. You have to just hit the blue button, Gatel. You cannot minimize the Zoom screen. Okay, let me show you how to minimize the Zoom screen, okay? Hold on 1 second. If you go to the top left corner, you will see a red, yellow, and green button. Top left corner. I can't show it to you because, let me see. I don't know if I can, but there's a yellow button and that allows me to minimize and then open up another screen. Hit the top yellow button. Can't do it. I could tell you could unmute. Go ahead.
So I couldn't minimize the screen before because you had some kind of an arrow over the minimize.
Okay.
So I couldn't minimize, and now I don't see any red or yellow buttons at all.
Okay. So
So if you can go back to that other screen and uncover the minimize, then I can minimize.
okay.
But you had an arrow over the minimize, so it wouldn't
Okay.
work.
All right, let me try it.
There.
It's still there.
There's so there's an arrow to the right, and over the minimize on my screen, there's a circle, and it's like almost like it would be a clock at 4 o'clock, 2 hands.
All right. Can you go on the left side to see if you have the green, red, or yellow?
Now I have it. Now I have it. What should I go
Okay.
to?
So hit the yellow. Yellow minimizes it.
Minimizing.
It's not minimizing it?
Now, if you don't already have a Google account, select Create.
Okay. I'm just, you know what, Gatel, we're gonna record this, and then we're also, if people need one-on-one tutoring, we're gonna offer that also, because it might be better in person than to seeing it presented.
No, that's
All
fine.
right.
I'll go back to it because
Okay.
I have some familiarity with Google. I also use it at work. I
Okay.
just would like to become more proficient, but I
Okay.
cannot do this one screen for whatever reason.
Okay, no problems. All right.
But thank you.
If you don't have Google, you want to hit the sign in button that's on the top right. It's in the top right corner, okay? And then we're going to watch the video.
Now, if you don't already have a Google account, select Create.
So you could put your email address here, or you could hit create an account. Okay, you could put your email address or your phone number here and create an account, or if you already have an account, you could sign in here and then hit next.
Create account. Otherwise, you'll want to go ahead and enter the email address and password for your Google account. Once you've signed in, locate and select the grid in the upper right.
Now this grid over here, many people refer to it as the waffle. Okay, I've been on many workshops, and this 3x3 grid is referred to as the waffle. What I would like everybody to do is go to your waffle, open it up, and hit the word drive. It looks like a triangle, like the recycling triangle. Let me know if you need me to pause or to say anything or to go on. Okay. All right. Those that are lost, I just want you to listen to what we're doing because then you could do this on your own. Okay, so we're looking to go onto Google Drive. All right, listen to the next part of the video.
Corner. Then choose Drive. Your Google Drive will appear.
All right, so many of you have a Google address. If you already have a Gmail address, that means you have a Google Drive. Okay, and your Google Drive will look like this. It'll have the word Drive on the top left. Underneath, it'll say a plus sign. Then it has My Drive, Shared with Me, Recent, Things that you starred, or Trash. Okay? Does anybody have any questions before I go on to the next part? Everybody,
Yep.
Yes, Eugene, you have a question?
Yes, I'm totally confused.
Okay, so Eugene, do you have a Google Drive account?
I have a Google account.
Okay, so did you get a window that looks like this that says Drive on the left
No, I
side?
didn't. No,
No? Okay, so did you go to the waffle that's on the top right corner?
tried. Let me try it again.
The thing, it's a 3x3 grid.
Oh, sorry.
Can't get to it?
Not really. I'll just watch the recording when you put
Okay.
it out. Joy.
All right, because what I'm gonna do is I also have my own. Let me show you mine. Hold on a second. So this is my Google Drive account. And as you see here, my photo is over here. Okay, this is my personal Google account. And here is my waffle here. And if I open the waffle, I will find my Google Drive on the top row. All right, there are other extensions, other parts of it, but right now we're just focusing on Google Drive. All right. And is there any other questions before I go on? Did I totally lose everybody?
You know, I could just help for 1 minute. If you want to get out of the full screen mode, which is I think what people are having trouble with in order to get to an actual Google window.
Okay,
If you move your cursor up to the right-hand corner of the screen, you get a little square and the word view next to it. If you click on view, it drops a little menu down which says exit from full screen. And then that would allow your screen to shrink up a little, and then you could open up an actual Google window. I don't know if that helped anybody. I put it, I'm going to put it in the chat.
okay. Diane, do you want to try with us before you go? Diane, do you want to try with putting your screen on and we can help you through this?
She's on mute. Diane, can you unmute yourself?
No, we can unmute you. All right, we just, okay, there you go. Oh,
No.
no. Okay,
Okay. What was the? All right, so I see you now. I can minimize you and then what?
so after you minimize us, then you want to open up another screen.
Okay. And what do we
So
put
that
in?
you could do it at the same time while we're watching it.
Right, so what do I put in what do I search for? Google? What did you say? we put
Yes,
in?
Google drive.google.com. All right, were you able to get on?
No,
No.
it,
Try google.com.
okay,
All right. Now your screen should look something like this.
like what?
I'll show you. Hold on a second. Let me get mine. I have two servers up. All right. Let me show you mine. This is my personal one, Diane.
Right.
Okay, so you see my photo up here?
Yeah, I don't see anything.
You don't see
I
my,
just see no, I see you, and I see it says beautiful Google search. I'm feeling lucky. It's just a Google search.
okay,
screen.
but do you have on the top right, do you have 9 dots, like a 3 by 3?
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
Are
Yes,
you,
yes, I do.
okay, so hit the 3 dot, the 9 dots. That's called
Okay.
the waffle. Okay,
Okay.
and then there's one that looks like a triangle and it says the word drive underneath it.
Yep.
All right, that's where you want to go.
All right. I'm with you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome, of course. All right, so let's continue with the video. Bonnie, can you see the video?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sometimes when I share screens, it doesn't always move when I move. Okay, so now, is anybody else not on their Google Drive right now and needs help with it? So everybody got to Google Drive? You could, we could unmute if you need to talk. Anybody have a question? So everybody's on Google Drive. All right, so now let's
It's
listen.
easy to add files to your Google Drive.
So this is how to add files to your Google Drive. Okay, just listen carefully.
Just click the New button on the left to create new files or folders. Or if you already have a file on your computer, you can upload it by simply dragging it into your drive. And there we go.
If you look on the bottom right, she dragged a file and just dropped it there, and it's uploading right now. What I would like to do is share a file with you. I have a file of how to make challah, and that's why I asked for everybody's email address. I'm going to share a file with you, and you're going to put it in your drive. Okay? We're doing this as an experiment. So let me stop sharing for a second because I have to get to my other screen. All right. So let me minimize this one. So if I go to my drive, all right, let me go to, I'm going to send everybody a recipe for pull apart challah that actually someone shared with me. I'm going to put your, let me see if I could show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. That would be helpful. Let's see. All right. Here is the recipe. Can everybody see where it says recipe, pull apart challah? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is Bonnie's name, because I share things with Bonnie all the time, her name popped up where it says add people in groups. So I'm going to put Bonnie, I'm just going to click on her name, and I'm going to, if I hit send, she will get it automatically. But what I'm going to do is add everybody else's name so I could send you something. So I could send it to you. I got Lynette's name in here. And now I'm going to add Sheldon's name. And then I'm gonna add, is Arlene still in the class? Bonnie?
I don't know. Well, check.
No, she's not.
We have Rachel Lodiano has joined.
Okay. So all right, I just added Marty's gonna get it. Let's see.
Marty dropped out.
Oh, Marty dropped out. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll take Marty's name off. All right, I'm gonna add Ellen Lacey. All right, Lacey's getting it. Rachel, welcome to our class.
Hi.
I'm
David
sharing
Butler.
the file with you. All right, Gittell is still in the class. All right, Susan Keel is still here. All right, so
That's the AOL one. Need the Gmail.
okay, let me see. Who did I miss? Oh, Diane Hoffman.
Diane.
Okay,
Oh, your mom's on it.
Hoffman. Diane B at gmail.com. All right, and is there anybody else that I missed? No, okay, so I just said share with people and I'm sending you a file. And within a minute, you should all have access to the file. Once you have access to the file, I'll be able to see your initials pop up over here. So once you get the file, open the file. Right now, I don't have any paces here, but if you go open it, I should be able to see your initials or your icon up here in this blank.
So what I have, Joy, is just the shared screen with the recipe.
Right, so you want to go into the recipe. See, already I got Lynette.
I don't have my Gmail anymore because now it's a shared screen with the recipe. I don't know if somebody else is in that same position.
Oh, you gave me your Verizon email address.
Right, I did.
All right, so
We all gave you emails that are not Gmails.
well, most people had Gmail. A few people did not, so that's okay. Just watch what they're doing. If you look up here, I could see Lynette is on the document with me. And then Sheldon is also on the document. If you look up here where I have my cursor moving, I could see who opened up the document. So I have Sheldon and Lynette were able to access the document that I just shared.
But where do you click to open it?
You just go
In your
into
email.
It'll
In your
prompt you.
email.
Open your email, it'll prompt you.
Oh, on my email.
Mhm. Gmail.
So it says here, Bonnie has opened it, Sheldon has opened it, Lynette is there. Lynette is perusing the recipe.
It looks good. Wow, this is very smart. You can see all this.
Right, so I could see that Sarah Goodman is also on it.
I see Sarah in here. See
I
Joyce.
can't minimize the screen to get to my email.
All right, so why don't you, how were you able to get on the Google Drive before? You can't get to that Google Drive?
The whole thing, the recipes on the screen and then all your, everybody here, I can't
Okay.
get to,
Just minimize it.
I can't, there's no yellow dot.
So,
Oh, here, exit full screen. Okay.
there you go.
How do I do that? Where do
So
I do it?
you,
Now,
I don't want to do,
Where do you find exit full screen?
by the
And the-
green dot.
Well, it may not be a green dot. It's a little, on my computer, it's a little square in the upper right-hand corner. It's really a tiny little square.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So now, is everybody on who wanted to get on? Let me see, you got 5 people on. Rachel, Sarah, Bonnie, Sheldon, and Lynette. Is anybody else trying to get on and needs help getting on? Go ahead, Ellie. All right. So Ellie, did you get it as an email? Lynette is already making changes for us. All right,
Sorry, I'm getting
Oh.
impatient. This is cool. This is
I
cool.
know. So that way several people could be working on one document at the same time. All right, Ellie, how can I help you?
You know what, Ellie, we can't hear you, but it looks like you're unmuted. That's very strange.
Now she's muted.
Okay, try unmuting.
I like how Sheldon is adding some things on the bottom too. Feel free to like tweak this recipe any way you want. I see Lynette is putting highlights in.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's to have fun,
This is cool. I like it.
okay? So now what I'm going to ask people to do, if you want to keep this, you're going to hit File. Under where it says recipe on the top left corner, you're going to hit File and make a copy for yourself. You could go under File and make a copy. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my main drive, and I have over here where it says new, I want everybody to press the, if you can, if you're in your Google Drive, press the plus sign, and you're going to make a new folder, and you're going to label that folder recipes. All right, and I just added a brand new folder called recipes. So you hit the plus sign. It says the first thing that pops up is folder. And it has a plus sign inside the folder. You're going to create a folder. It's going to ask you to name it, and you're going to name it recipes.
I don't think I did this one.
Does anybody have a question at this part?
Yeah, can you go over that again, please?
Yes. So underneath the word drive on the top left side is a plus sign. Hit the plus sign and you have some like a drop down menu. The first one says folder. Okay, you're going to click on that one. Click on it and it says new folder. Can you see my screen, Lynette?
Yeah, I see new folder.
Okay, and then it says untitled. I'm asking everyone to title a folder and label it recipes.
And hit create.
Yes,
Okay,
okay.
got it.
Anybody else have a question? Anybody else have a question? All right, so now what you can do is hit the word recent. If you got that recipe, mine looks, it has this over here, it has this blue square at the bottom left. Okay, that means it's a Google document. It's a Google document. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it into my folder. Now, there are different ways I can put it into the folder. I'm going to hit right click on it. I hit a right click and it says move to. Okay, and then I'm going to move it into my drive and into my folder that says recipes. All I did is hit, let me go over it again. I'm right clicking on this. Or if you have a mouse, you can hit on the mouse. It says move to. I'm going to click on it where it says move to. And then I'm going to put into my drive. And then I'm going to find the folder that I labeled recipes. I'm going to hit the arrow. And right now that folder is empty. And I'm going to hit the blue button that says move here. So now if I go to the file that says recipes, you see my folders. Here's all of my folders. Here's my one that says recipes. Here is that pull apart challah recipe in that new folder that I just created.
Where does it say move to?
Okay.
All right.
Joy, I don't think you can just take the copy and move it. I had to make a copy of your file and then I got to move to on that file, on that
Right.
entry.
So yeah, I told everybody, first thing I want you to do is make a copy of that recipe. So let me go back to the recipe. If you're at the recipe, underneath where it says the word recipe on the top left, there's the word file.
How do I get back to the recipe? I got lost.
Okay. Where are you right now? What page are you on? Are you,
I'm at the Google Drive.
all right.
Click on my drive on the left side.
Okay. I can't find the recipe.
Click on recent.
I did. And it's stuff from my daughter that I never knew it was there.
But you don't see the recipe pull apart.
No. It should be there because it was just came, right?
Well, I could share it with you again. If
Did
that will help.
Nah.
you click on it in your email message?
Oh, okay.
You have to.
All right.
The
I'll go
idea
back.
is Joy is sharing the file with you. She owns the file. When you
Okay.
click on it, it kind of brings it into your sphere, but it's not your file yet. But when you make a copy of it, then it's yours.
Right.
And then you can put that into your directory called recipe.
All right. All the way in the top left corner where it says recipe pull apart challah, there is the word file. I want you to click on file and you will have a drop down menu. You want to hit make a copy so that you have your own personal copy and not my copy. All right, Diane, you are there. So you want to hit the word file, Diane, and
I
hit.
did. It says
Okay,
copy
good.
of recipe. Now I said, okay.
Okay. So then you can move it into a folder.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
Of course. All right. I want to go back to the video because there's a little bit more and I want to answer anybody's questions that people might have. Let me get to the folder. Nope, not that one. Share. Hold on a second. I'm going to get to the video. Nope, not that one. All right. This is the video we were watching. We got sidetracked because I was getting people familiar with my drive.
Okay, so now where's the video? I never saw the video.
I'm sharing it right now.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
I can see you.
All right. So you want to get out so you could see the whole screen. You want to have presenter
Let's
view.
look at a different account that's been using Google.
Tell me when you're ready, Diane.
Okay. I
Okay?
guess- I
Can you
guess.
see, but, okay, this is, all right, so I'm just gonna backtrack a little. So this is, you see where it says Google Drive over here on the left side? Okay. And it says my drive shared with me, recent start, okay? And on the bottom right-hand corner, they just uploaded a file. Okay, so we're gonna continue watching the video.
There we go. Let's look at a different account that's been using Google Drive for a while. Here you can see different files and folders that are stored on Google Drive. If you select a file, you'll see additional options for it appear at the top of the screen. On the
All right, they're showing you up here. These are the different options. All right, the trash can, you know, means trash, to remove it. This is to preview it. The I means to preview it. The plus sign with the person means to share it. And the paperclip means to put send it as an attachment or insert it. Okay, now there's one thing I want to show you here. This is somebody's Google Drive. The top 3 lines are folders. Then underneath the folders are Google Documents. The blue one with the white lines, those are Google Docs. The green one here, that is, I'm blanking out on the word. Bonnie, do you know what the word is, the green one?
Spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet. And the purple one here is Google Forms. Now, if you look at this column here, it says who owns it. Sometimes you share the document we just shared with you. If you kept my copy, you would see Joy Kaczynski, or maybe that I got it from somebody else. It will show you who originated the document. And then if you look at this column here, it says last modified. Now, the one we just did tonight with the challah recipe, it might say a few minutes ago. But if you look at this column here, that says 2018, 2012. So you could store things for a long time in your Google Drive. Okay. Any questions before I go on? All right.
On the left, you'll also be able to access your folders, files shared with you, and more. You also have the option to get Google Drive for your desktop. You can find it by going to the gear icon and choosing Get Drive for Desktop.
Does anybody want to try that right now to get the Google Drive for your desktop?
I'm going to.
Okay.
You want to share when you do it so you can show them?
I'll do it.
I don't know. Can I share my screen?
Should be able to share. Let me see.
I thought only the
yes.
presenter can share the screen.
Really? All right, let me try it now.
No, it says that host disabled participant screen sharing.
All right, let me put it back on and you
Boy,
can try
should be
again.
able- Bonnie,
I
you should
had
be able
it-
to do it.
All right,
Try now, Bonnie.
Okay, can you see my screen, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this Get Drive for Desktop.
Oh, download it.
As you can see in the top right, it's downloading right now and shouldn't take that long. Yeah.
Well,
Did it go?
It's coming.
Okay.
Can you? I don't know if you can see all this.
Yes, we can. It
Okay,
says install Google Drive, so you're installing it right now. And there she goes. She has an account and she's all ready for the desktop.
okay, I'm signed into Google Drive and I can close this window and get it from someplace else. Close
Right.
this. We don't want to see this. And I believe it should be on my, it should show up here someplace.
If you go,
Maybe I have to make the shortcut to show up on the window. I thought it would just show up there.
oh, okay. No, it's on your screen on the left side. The third one down on the left where it says Google Chrome.
That's going to give me the Google Drive.
It should open that up and that should give you the drive.
I actually thought I was going to get
Oh,
the drive thing to take me right in.
oh, that's Chrome. Okay,
Okay, I don't think that's what
okay.
that I think I should have a here, Google Drive.
Drive there.
I'm gonna
You can move it to
get
your,
into the taskbar.
right.
And here it is, down below now.
Okay,
You can see, and then if I click on that, it should take me to the drive.
right.
There it is, my drive. But this is getting a little advanced. for
Right.
people.
All right, let's go on to the video.
Oh, I have to stop sharing. All right, Joy, now you could share.
Okay, thank you. Let me get it back on. All right, let me share.
If you choose to install this, you'll be able to quickly access the files on your Google Drive from a folder on your computer. Any files that you move into that folder will automatically be uploaded to your drive.
All right, let me move it back a
Stop.
little. Okay, hold on a second.
If you choose to install this, you'll be able to quickly access the files on your Google Drive from a folder on your computer. Any files that you move into that folder will automatically be uploaded to your drive. One other thing we'd like to mention is the Google Drive mobile app. Available for iOS and Android devices, the Google Drive app allows you to view and upload files from your mobile device wherever you are. This can be really convenient if you want to access a file on the go or upload something from your phone.
I want to echo that it's really very convenient to have it on your phone.
Okay, you want to share why?
You know what? I have a folder of my recipes on Google Drive. When I went to Memphis to visit my kids and they wanted to make
Now,
a
it's
certain
worth
thing,
pointing out that you can also edit.
Go ahead, sorry.
I just went on my telephone, accessed the Google Drive, and there were all my recipes.
The piece, right. All right, hold on a second.
Documents on your mobile device. But you'll need to download separate apps to do this, such as the free Google Docs or Google Sheets app. All right, those are the basics, and they should be enough to help you get started with Google Drive.
So what I want to ask everyone to do is to go into Google Docs. I'm going to show you on mine what I would like you to try, okay? Hold on a second. Let me get out of the video.
So I want to explain something to you. Google
Yes.
Docs is Google's answer to Microsoft Word. So you
Right.
can move Microsoft Word into Google Docs, but sometimes the conversion from one to the other is not exactly, and you can't do exactly everything in Google Docs. But if you're not playing with the content of your file, it's great. You can see everything on there. The same thing for the spreadsheet program. you know, this is, Google has their parallel thing to the Microsoft spreadsheet. Microsoft spreadsheet is Excel, and Google has something akin to Excel.
No,
So you
right.
can see your spreadsheet on there, but it's not always, if you start editing it, it's not always the same.
Another
But-
plus about Google is that when you make a document, it automatically saves it. You don't have to worry about saving it. It saves the latest version. So you could always undo what you did, but it saves it automatically every time you update it. So what I would like everybody to do is go into your Google Drive and hit the plus sign. Go into your Google Drive, hit the plus sign, and go to the third, or actually the fourth item down where it says Google Docs. All right, you're gonna hit the plus sign, go down to where it says Google Docs, and you're gonna hit the arrow and hit a blank document. Now in mine, I'm gonna write, this is a test. Okay, and what I want you to do is write some comment, or this is very confusing. This class is confusing. I need more information, or I'm learning so much. And just, you don't have to sign your name. You can put your initials, you could put anonymous, just sign something and give it a title. So like, for example, I just wrote this is a test, this class is confusing. I'm writing down, the title is test. On the top left, next to the word document, I'm writing the title, test. Can you see where I have it up here? The title of my document, and then I wrote, this is a test, this class is confusing, and I signed my name. That's all I did. And what I would like you to do is then go into the share button and go to the top right corner and share it with me. I just gave you my email address in the chat. Anybody have a question? Sarah Goodman was successful. Lynette was successful. Sheldon and Bonnie were successful.
Diane, are you having problems?
Yeah, don't bother with me. I'm just lost. Because I have a Mac and I can do all these things without Google. So I mean,
Okay, you're on a Mac.
I have a Mac also, Diane.
but
I
I mean, I'd like to figure this out, but I got lost somewhere.
All right, so Diane, we're offering one-on-one tutorials.
Oh, that's nice. But
Okay.
meanwhile, I'm just looking for that. I'm back at the holla. I'm still back on the holla recipe.
Okay.
I copied it. Now I forgot what I was supposed to do with it. Oh, I was supposed to
put
say,
it on your Google Drive.
right,
We're gonna save it to a make a folder that says
recipes.
recipes. All right, so now I'm going back to my Google account. If you look here, it says my drive. And if you look under my drive, you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 folders. Okay, but if I go to one of my folders, like this eGal rotation, you could, let me see if it shows it. It should show what's in there. Well, not much. Just 2 things. All right. Then there is, so each one of these folders has documents within the folders. Okay, so I have another one. I have two that says recipes. Let's see what's in this one. So here are 3 recipes in my other folder. Okay. So if I went to that one, the second one that says recipes, and I got 3 files in there. Okay. So you could look at a snapshot of what's in your file. What I would like to end with is up here where the magnifying glass is say you know you have a recipe for challah, but you can't find it. You could put it in the search bar and hit and enter, and all my recipes that say challah in it will pop up. I don't want to give too much more information because I think we're already, some people are confused. But what questions do you have?
Or Bonnie, is there any way to undo it? I got a Google shared document and I messed up my Word big time. So like when you said something about it takes all your formatting away, it's true. And
All
I
right.
didn't know if there's any way to restore it. Maybe offline, we could talk one day about that.
If you want to remove something,
I can, if I share my screen, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let
okay,
me just-
sure, I'll let you share.
Okay, I write like the newsletter for Women's League, so just take a look at what it looks like. And it used to be, let me share my screen. You'll read all this stuff. It comes out Friday morning. So if you look at this Shabbat message that I do, if it was normally a good document, like when I had Word and it was working well, I could cut and paste pictures. I do this markup and somebody finishes up for me on content.
Okay.
But look at it. It's not wide. It's not taking up the whole thing. And I got messed up because someone sent me a Google Doc. I opened it and it hasn't been the same since. And I don't know if someone
So
wants to give it some thought
in-
on how to fix this.
Okay, you're in Word right now.
Yes.
So do you want to keep it in Word or you want to keep it in Google Doc?
I want it to look like Word. This is sort of what Google Docs would look like. Like, for example, I do editing. Here's a picture of somebody. And I would put her picture, let's say, here. Oh, it actually worked. Funny.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just doubting it because it looks so
And
It's,
unusual.
you know what, you have to hit
And
view.
now it looks normal. What happened? What did I do
then-
that made it happen?
You're also at, your screen is also at 75%.
Oh,
That might be
good
confusing
point.
you also. On the bottom.
You know what?
you
That's a
have to
very good
75,
point.
Drag across that to make it larger. That will fill the screen.
Okay, let me do that. That might be the advice right there. That might be how to do it. But where do you see the size? And I don't want to take from
All the
anyone
way
else.
at the bottom on the right.
Oh, yeah. So if I make it 100, I think you just answered it, plus the cut and paste, and that's what I was concerned about. Thank you. The person I gave it to had no problems, but to me, it didn't look right. Okay. All right, thank you, guys. That's very helpful.
All right, any other questions? I think we boggled people's minds, but if you would like a one-on-one session, you could contact Bonnie or myself. Okay, and we'll be happy to go over it with you.
And what's
Glad
the
to help anybody.
what's the advantage of Google Drive versus, I do a lot of desktop saving, which I know.
So
if I
Google
can.
Drive saves everything into the cloud, and the cloud doesn't take up space and memory on your computer. And like I could share things with other people very easily because it's on Google Drive. Like you saw how I share the challah recipe with you, and
Yeah.
you and I could edit it at the same time.
That was very nice, very collaborative.
But on my Microsoft Word, you can't do that.
Right, right.
So so when you're on Google, you could collaborate. I have a Mac computer for my personal one, and I have a Mac computer for work. So I could interchange things very easily. Like if I find something on Facebook that I could use at school, I share it with myself and it automatically goes on my school computer.
Nice.
It
And
like
you could download the app for the drive onto your telephone, and you can access stuff from your telephone, which means that your files are wherever you are in the world, you can access your files.
That's
right,
real
or you
fun.
could put it on an iPad too. Okay. And then you could share, like you could share it with other people if they have a Google Drive account.
So for me, the only advantage is to work collaboratively or with somebody who has a PC.
Well, you just said tonight that you found a file that your daughter shared with you.
Yeah, but
Right.
she didn't tell me.
I
She
know,
didn't-
but you could go under and you could do a search with her name, and
Oh.
then you could find any file she's ever shared with you there.
I don't know
Hold on,
if she shared it.
I have to take this phone call. Hold on 1 second.
So the other thing is that if you store your files in the cloud and something happens to your computer, your files are still available to you. It's like a
doesn't-
backup.
But doesn't that happen with the Mac automatically? Everything I have is in the cloud.
Well, if you choose to have it that way on your computer, yeah, I guess. I'm not a Mac user.
What, say the question again, I'm sorry.
Everything on a Mac is stored in the cloud.
Basically, yes, but then
So-
you have to be able to find it too.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem. But I think what this does is allows you to collaborate with other, no matter whether they're a Mac or whether they're a PC. It's really great. I know on the Ed Foundation, the gal who's the president says, I'm going to put it on Google Drive. Well, I had no idea how to get it. Now I do. I think.
Okay, good. You could also do a search. You could always hit the search button. Let me show you again where the search button is. All right, let me get to it.
But I have to download. I didn't
So
download.
if up here is the search button. So if someone shared something with you and you know that they shared it, you could type in their name and their name will pop up, and then you'll see all the things that they shared with you.
Oh, great.
All right, but there's other things that like other advantages. So I have files people shared with me. Okay, I didn't originate them, but people shared it with me. So these are files that I've had people share with me, or I shared with other people. Okay, so there's things that are in my own drive, and then things that were shared with me. There's also, I have on my work computer a drive that's called shared drives, that a number of people have access to the same drive and can add and put things in it, and also make copies of things in it. So there's a lot of there's a plethora of stuff that you could share with other people that, once you put it in the drive, then it's bingo, it's there. Like a couple years ago, Lynette shared with me some photos. So if I go to Google Photos, I might be able to find them here, Google Photos that Lynette shared with me. Let's see. Google Photos. Okay. Oh, it's right up here. Hold on a second. It's in my waffle. I forgot about that. Go back to my waffle. And I go to one of the options is photos. And then people could share photos with you on Google Drive. So this is 2 years ago.
Oh,
I had this. Okay.
Party.
I had a
Yeah.
60th birthday party. And this is from my 60th birthday party.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
here's a picture of me when I was in Girl Scouts. Whoops, hold on a second. Where's that Girl Scout picture? You could see a picture of me when I was like 11 years old.
It's exactly the same.
Here.
Yeah, the same. It's scary.
So someone share this with me, and there's my photo from, I don't even know what year it is, but so it's on my Google Photos, so I could, it stores it forever as long as you have it. Okay?
You do a lot here. It's stored up your storage. The video.
I have to clean out my storage because I have way too much stuff and I haven't cleaned it out. So during my winter break, that's one of my plans to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Joy. This was very informative.
I hope the others enjoyed it too. We lost some of our participants. I think we got a little too confusing.
You
So
tried to make it very basic, and I think it's great you're doing one-on-one. Diane, please stay with us and get
No, I
Tom.
just,
Yeah.
all I have to do now is just get the drive. And I think
I discovered I have a
I think
ton of
it's on
stuff
there, but I
that
don't know.
I never accessed. Like I was doing this like 5, 6 years ago. I have wedding albums and stuff.